I would like to invite the working group from Chandigarh College of Architecture, led by the principal Dr. Sangeeta Bhakkameta, to whom I express my gratitude for the coordinating of your working group. So I already see the friends from Chandigarh. Hello guys, hello, welcome. You are so number of people contributing to your works, and I thank you again, everyone, especially Vijay, that over the last days was working side by side with me for finalizing your participation. So, dear friends from Chandigarh, the floor is yours. You can start your presentation.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Simone. Am I audible?
So please, go.
Yeah.
You can share your presentation.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. Here we are at Chandigarh College of Architecture. We are the students of architecture. We are currently in our 4th year, and we are delighted to be a part of this competition. We are delighted to be a part of Life Beyond Tourism. And here we'll be presenting our cultural storytelling of our city, Chandigarh. Chandigarh, as said by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, our first president, is a land which is unfettered by the traditions of the past, a symbol of the nation's faith in the future. After India and Pakistan's partition, India gained independence in 1947 with the subcontinent's division, and Lahore, the undivided Punjab's capital, became part of Pakistan, leaving East Punjab without a capital. Hence, Chandigarh was required. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru proposed the creation of a new city capital called Chandigarh, which is located on a gently sloping terrain with the Himalayan foothills, the Shivalik range to the north, and 2 seasonal rivulets flowing on both sides about 7-8 kilometers apart. Le Corbusier and his team was appointed for city planning of Chandigarh. Here we can see Le Corbusier, Pierre Jeanneret, Jane Beadrew, and Maxwell Fry. Inspired by Garden City, where vertical and high-rise buildings were prohibited due to the people's socio-economic conditions and living customs, the city was designed on a human scale with the population in mind, resulting in a harmonious relationship between humans, built-up areas, and environment. The concept of the city is inspired from the human body. Each sector is segregated accordingly representing various functions of the body. The sector planning is according to the main module of an urban planning, with the sector unit being of 800 by 1200 meters. It is a self-contained complex running throughout the city with shops, schools, health centers, and places of worships to be found in the city. So now we move on to Chandigarh. We have the basic concept laying out as by Corbusier, for the head being the capital complex, the functional unit, the heart being the city center, the lungs being the leisure valley, the green areas. The capital complex, as you can see here, stands out as a geopolitical and topographical head of the city, strategically located in the Sector 1 at the north end. The complex depicts the marvelous modern architecture, visually and physically distanced from the city, lending an air of dignity and exclusivity to the government center, providing a serene site for the efficient functioning of 3 pillars of democracy: the High Court, the Legislative Assembly, and the Secretariat. Separated by a large plaza articulated with 4 monuments: the Open Hand, the Martyrs Memorial, the Geometric Hill, and the Tower of Shadows, each edifice has a unique function and reflects strong symbolism. The Leisure Valley is the lungs, represents the lungs of the city, innumerable open spaces, and the greens. It's a continuum of various theme gardens to take care of the body and the spirit of the city. Moving ahead to Sector 17. The plaza is the heart of the city, is the pedestrian's paradise where one can experience the shade of corridors along with the sun-drenched piazza, dotted and charming sculptures, beautiful fountains, and the copse of trees while walking without traffic hassles, making it even more mesmerizing. Unlike the older cities, which have developed their cultures over centuries, Chandigarh showcases a culture that is the definition of modern lifestyle, but in its own regional dialect. No older than its establishment a few decades ago, a calm approach towards the amalgamation of the culture of modernism and the rich culture of Punjab has been adopted. New places came up which replaced the older ones, whereas certain older ones evolved to meet the needs of the contemporary times. The rock garden, the crown jewel of Chandigarh, designed by Nek Chand during using the urban and industrial waste dumped in 20 acres of forest land. A miniature maze rolled into the vast fantasy land of art and landscape, displaying a surreal arrangement of rocks, boulders, broken chinaware, etc., to fabricate a dream world. A dream folk world of animals, soldiers, palaces is found here. Sukhna Lake is a beautiful artificial lake that carves its way in the lap of nature and the towering silhouettes of Shivalik hills. It truly does justice to its name, which means wish fulfilled. A wish fulfilled for the residents of the city, beautiful. The serenity of these tranquil waters was a gift from Corbusier to the people. The Rose Garden is one of the most alluring gardens of the city. It welcomes you with a pleasant mixed fragrance of 1,600 varieties of rose, covering a vast area of 40 acres. The underpass is a transitional area from the concrete hardscape of the city plaza to the garden landscape of the Rose Garden, passing under the Janma. The place is a haven for artists of various fields, a location that allows performers to express themselves in front of the masses without any fear or hesitation. Museum and art gallery encases the art and heritage of the country in the forms of sculptures, currencies, paintings, and other artworks. The museum is split into 7 sections, each section showing different fraction of the history. The Pierre Genre House, this is the residence, and now converted into a museum consisting of 2 stories with an extensive broad balconies, keeping the fondness of Indian families for large outdoor open spaces. The Gandhi Bhavan, an auditorium hall standing in the middle of a pond, is an architectural masterpiece of the Punjab University campus. It's an incredible specimen of the modernist architecture of India. Pierre Genre used innovational cast concrete to induce speculative floating lotus flower, marrying angular lines with bulged organic form, correctly placed in a vast reflecting pond. It is devoted to the ordeals of our great leader, Mahatma Gandhi, welcoming you with a mural, and "Truth is God" is written at the entrance. As Le Corbusier said, the seed of Chandigarh is well sown. It is for the citizens to see that the tree flourish, the tree of city flourish. The local festivals held in the lush green gardens and a stream glistening with daylight that celebrates nature humbles you with the least bit of effort. Chandigarh Literati is a literature festival of the city conducted in November, which promotes literary arts in the city by providing a platform to talented thinkers and writers of the region. Rose Festival, an annual floral festival, is held in February, reflecting the interest of horticulture and gardening at the Zakir Hussain Rose Garden. Also features various cultural and musical events, including helicopter rides and a dog show. The Kalagram Crafts Mela is a theme-based unique event that takes place in November also at Kalagram and showcases the diversity of handlooms, handicrafts, folk dances, and museum. The food court and amusement park is a must-visit area of the festival. There are various delicacies of Chandigarh that can take you to any country with a sliver of food. This delicacy has Punjab origins, a combination of spicy white chickpeas and a fried bread and a fried bread made up of all-purpose flour, wheat flour, and a melange of spices. That protein-rich and spicy Punjabi chole, including puffed bhaturas, are ideal. Butter chicken is marinated chicken in a mixture of yogurt, red chili, salt, lemon juice, and ginger garlic paste. It is served hot with traditional roti and onion, which is fond in the entire city, which is the people are fond of it. Penni is a Punjabi dish, and it is typically served during the winter months. These days, penni is quite famous around here and is widely savored all along the northern parts of this country. It is cooked with the desi ghee, wheat flour, jaggeries. It's incredible and joyous to have in this season. Chandigarh, the city beautiful, is fondly known. Chandigarh is known as the city beautiful. This modern and exaggerated city is justifiably up to the day, a model for city planners around the world. It is the face of modern India. Chandigarh is a rare example of modernization that goes effortlessly with the coexistence of nature's preservation. Trees and plants are as much a part of building plans as buildings and streets. Chandigarh derives its name from an ancient temple called Chandi Mandir that is located nearby, the deity Chandi, the goddess of power, and a fortress or garh found behind the temple. So that's all about Chandigarh, and we are blessed to be part of this organization, and it has been a wonderful journey. We were able to explore our city by ourselves. We, as a students of architecture, had a different point of view, a different perspective towards Chandigarh. And via Life Beyond Tourism, via this organization, we were able to see the tourism aspects, the tourism approach, and what all can be done with our city. And it's an incredible destination for enthusiasts, for travelers, for artists, for architectural students, for historians all around the world to visit and take joy out. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, dear friends from Chandigarh. Let me shortly remind all your names, because really you did a very interesting and thorough vision of your site, the site of Chandigarh. So thank you very much to Sujai, Vijay, Pulkit, Ankit, Bhavya, Akshay, Yogesh, Arshahib, Madhumhet, Imanshu, Tipu, and Kabir. And I apologize, of course, for my bad pronunciation, but it was worth it to remind all of you that contributed to produce such a wonderful and a complete presentation of your site. And of course, again, let me send my best regards to the principal, Dr. Sanjeta Baga, for having coordinated you in such a splendid manner.